everybody, and this is Gin Master here. I'm just finishing up a few last minute touches. Let's see. We're going to be playing Magic the Gathering online tonight for a few hours while I finish up settings. Let's see. Okay, that works. Should chat. I'm going to be working on my Temur trade Loam. It is basically, let me pull it up real quick. So I have two different versions. I have the first one, which is this one. Very aggressive, very redundant. With lightning bolts, flame jabs, faithless looting for digging and looting. Young Pyromancer is one of the main win conditions. Seismic Assault lets you discard any land, which is 23 in the deck, to deal 2 damage, which can be done at instant speed. So if you resolve this, you can basically dump your whole hand in response to them removing the enchantment to, sling all the lands at their face and just smash it. Trade routes combos nicely, as if you untap with it, every single land in play becomes basically pay 1, deal 2 damage to the opponent, discard it. You can pay 1 to return a land you control to its owner's hand. You then can use the Seismic Assault, which has no cost, to discard that land and deal 2 damage to the player. There's been numerous times that I'm tapped with, 6, 7 lands in play, slung 2 from my hand, and then the rest of them from play, and basically just beat up the opponent. The other version I am working on is the, let me see if I can find it. Oh, I don't have it. I was modifying it. Okay. Sort. This one's more of a control-y build. It's got your Izzet Charms for both looting, countering, general utility. Again, it still has Young Pyromancers. It's got trade routes. It has Seismic Assaults. I'm actually running a 4 of Savage Knuckleblade. As you drop it on turn 3, it's immune to lightning bolts, and it'll only take Dismember or Path to Exile. You can drop it on turn 4, and it gives it haste. Then you're paying 4 for a 4/4 with haste, which is pretty decent. Not the best, but decent. If you untap with it after playing it, you can pay 2 and a green to give it +2/+2 until end of turn, making it a 6/6. You can pay 2 and a blue to return it to its owner's hand in order to save it from removal, especially exile effects. It is really nice to be able to return it to its owner's hand in response to like a Path to Exile or something, because next thing you can just play it right back down, give it haste, and swing. This one is running 4 Serum Visions for digging, 1 Nature's Claim main board, just in case they have some annoying effect like the main board, Leyline of Sanctities, or if they happen to have a main boarded Rest in Peace, or even against something like, what's that deck? It's the Artifact one. It's Lantern Control. It lets you remove their bridges or their lanterns if you need to, mostly for bridges, so you can actually attack with your Knuckle Blades and your Young Pyromancers. Also got the main card is Life from the Loam. Lets you discard or return 3 lands from your discard pile to your hand with Dredge. So if anyone's not familiar with Dredge, which if you're playing Modern you should be, but some people are new, Dredge lets you put the top X cards, in this case it's 3, from your library directly into your graveyard and return that Dredge card from your graveyard to your hand. So basically lets you cycle 3 lands every turn. In turn turns to 6 damage with Seismic Assault. You can replay Worm Harvest with the retrace ability that says you can discard a land in addition to its other costs in order to play it from your graveyard. So this is all a very, very heavy graveyard deck. It's all about recursion and grinding out the opponent. If you get a Seismic Assault down and a Loam, you can basically remove your opponent's threats every turn for pretty much free. We got 2 electrolyzers, as I've been seeing a few more like tokens and all the 1 toughness creatures in play. Again, 4 lightning bolts, 2 flame jabs, 3 faithless Ludens, 3 trade routes, 1 commune with the gods. As it's reveal the top 5 cards of your library, you may put a creature or enchantment from among them into your hand. Put the rest into your graveyard. So the main reason is to dig 5 cards deep, looking for your seismic, your trade routes, or young pyromancers or knuckleblades. Everything else you're going to loot, other than like serum visions and lightning bolts, are pretty much going to be able to be played from the graveyard. Faithless Luden has flashback. Worm Harvest has retrace. Life from the Loam is dredge, and you want that in your graveyard. In other words, the 1 commune can find all your threats. It can find pretty much every threat in your deck. The Pyromancers, the Knuckleblades, the Seismics, the Trade Loams. Trade Loams also has the second one, which is you can pay 1, discard a card, or discard a land card to draw a card. So it allows you to... Oh, thank you for the follow, Mrs. Rustad. I do not have... Twitch alerts. I need to get that set up. Twitch alerts. Let's launch. Alright, let's see. Yeah, thank you, Mrs. Rustad, for the follow. Much appreciated. Welcome to Jin Master's Realm. I haven't had a chance to set up stream emotes or like follower emotes yet. I'm still slightly in the process of setting up just the overall layout. If you have any suggestions, I'm more than willing to hear them. Go ahead and post them in the chat, or you can always send them to me. I can currently receive notifications from other players. So let's fix this 60. Oh, it's got in the sideboard. It's got 16. Let's cut gate. Alright, so that's kind of the main board. Then I've got my 8 fetches. Windswept Heath is supposed to be the blue-green fetch, Misty Rainforests. Unfortunately, they're rather expensive, so I don't have them at the moment. I'm working towards them. 1 Sulphur Falls, an untapped red-blue source, because most of the other ones are mountains or islands. 3 Steam Vents, 1 Rootbound Crag, the green-red checkland, 1 Mountain, 1 Lumbering Falls, that's my man land. I'm just kind of testing it out right now. It's kind of nice to have a recurable threat that's also hexproof, so it's very difficult to remove with conventional means, and if they do manage to remove it minus exile on it, I can simply bring it back with Life from the Loam, play it next turn, and the following turn I'm good to go again. 1 Ghost Quarter just to kind of fend off, Tron if you see it, or it used to run 4 mainboard Ghost Quarters when Eldrazi was big. I haven't really played much Eldrazi since the announcement, so we will see if I need more or less, how that goes. Single Forest, Basic Forest. 2 Breeding Pools. It's my blue-green fetchable land. It can be fetched off of both of these, so it's nice to be able to get either color. Again, the Stomping Ground is the fetchable red-green. And then I'm running a single Desolate Lighthouse. Sorry, not Loot House. Tapped out of colors, and it just allows me basically to recur Life from the Loam at the end of my opponent's turn if I need it, if I don't have like trade routes, or just generally dig deeper. Like if I have a Life from the Loam in my hand, I can draw a card, discard life, next turn dredge it back, get some lands, be able to continue going off. So that is most of the main board. Now take a look at the sideboard real quick. I have One additional Ghost Quarter, in case, I run into any land-heavy decks. I've been testing a Myriad Titan also, and that's very, very fun deck, but of course, they would focus on the Myriad land. Two more Nature's Claims for any kind of graveyard hate that it may have. Two Pulsar Marasas. I'm again testing this one. I really like it as it allows you, if you accidentally dredge, your Savage Knuckleblades, your Young Pyromancers, or if you just need another land or just even health, it's return a target creature or land card from your graveyard. You gain 6 life. So it's great in the burn matchup. It's great in most matchups that they have a lot of removal. One additional flame jab, just extra if I don't expect a lot of graveyard hate, or they have a lot of little weenies like tokens or soul sisters. So flame jab can be useful there. Two ancient grudges for artifacts, mostly for affinity. A full suit of remand in case I just need some tempo plays, and it's a cantrip which you can also dredge off of cantrips. A single reality shift. I was playing Tribal Knights a couple weeks ago against a Gifts deck, and he got Iona on white, and I was running a white-blue deck, and I didn't have any answers. So I figured maybe a blue or an alternative lesser called color for exile effect to get rid of big fatties. So if they call white, in this case they might name blue, but they'll probably name red as that shuts off half our deck. So a way of getting rid of it. And then two negates just kind of flush out the counter magic suite in the sideboard. So that's pretty much the deck. I had toyed around with running one of Academy Runes and kind of like a Spellbomb package and maybe some other artifacts, but I haven't really liked that. That's probably more of like Bug, Sultai colors, because black has a lot of nice removal and graveyard stuff as well. Another card I was considering was Alchemist Refuge, which is blue and a green tap. You may cast non-land cards this turn as though they had flash. So then you could put, Knuckleblades, Pyromancers, Life from the Loams, Trade Routes, Seismic Assault, all in down the opponent's end step for 2 extra mana. Haven't really tried it much, but it might become a one of later on. I have 61 in the main board, so we will cut. Oh, that's not supposed to be there. Alright. Next, let's try jumping into a. I'll have to see if I have enough tickets. I don't think I can do a league match right now, as currently I believe the leagues are going to be shutting down, I think tomorrow. Let's see what they say on the home screen. Yeah, last night is April 10th, and I believe you have to have them finished by. So we have to run the entire league tonight, and I don't think I'm going to be on that long. So I'm probably just going to be playing pickup matches tonight, and then when I officially start my scheduled streaming, hopefully Wednesday, we'll jump into an actual league and get those going. So give me one sec, get a few things set up. Let's go to play lobby.